and no added MSG. Nissin Cup Noodles.
Yes! Yippee! I'm just warming up.
Cup Noodles Berry Veggie. Try new vegetarian soy sauce flavor with a full serving of veggies and no added MSG. Nissin Cup Noodles.
If you're not gonna let me pay my
Yes! Yippee! I'm just warming up.
Cup Noodles Berry Veggie. Try new vegetarian soy sauce flavor with a full serving of veggies and no added MSG. Nissin Cup Noodles.
Yes! Yippee! I'm just warming up.
Cup Noodles Berry Veggie. Try new vegetarian soy sauce flavor with a full serving of veggies and no added MSG. Nissin Cup Noodles.
Yes! Yippee! I'm just warming up.
Cup Noodles Berry Veggie. Try new vegetarian soy sauce flavor with a full serving of veggies and no added MSG. Nissin Cup Noodles.
Yes! Yippee!
It'll keep replaying until someone calls in. 13 Jur. It's my new trick.
I'm just warming up.
Cup Noodles Berry Veggie. Try new vegetarian soy sauce flavor with a full serving of veggies and no added MSG. Nissin Cup Noodles.
No text. Only calls.
Yes! Yippee! I'm just warming up.
Cup Noodles Berry Veggie. Try new vegetarian soy sauce flavor with a full serving of veggies and no added MSG. Nissin Cup Noodles.
I'm here for sure.
Yes! Yippee! I'm just warming up.
Cup Noodles Berry Veggie. Try new vegetarian soy sauce flavor with a full serving of veggies and no added MSG. Nissin Cup Noodles.
What happened? Oh, there we go.
Yes! Yippee! I'm just warming up.
Cup Noodles Berry Veggie. Try new vegetarian soy sauce flavor with a full serving of veggies and no added MSG.
I'm not getting
Nissin
out this
Cup
commercial
Noodles.
until someone calls in. Got the phone number. Don't be acting like you ain't got it.
Yes! Yippee! I'm just warming up.
Cup Noodles Berry Veggie. Try new vegetarian soy sauce flavor with a full serving of veggies and no added MSG. Nissin Cup Noodles.
Watch out.
Yes! Yippee! I'm just warming up.
Cup Noodles Berry Veggie. Try new vegetarian soy sauce flavor with a full serving of veggies and no added MSG. Nissin Cup Noodles.
Phone lines are open. All you gotta do is call. We'll talk about whatever you
Yes!
want.
Yippee! I'm just warming up.
Cup Noodles Berry Veggie. Try new vegetarian soy sauce flavor with a full serving of veggies and no added MSG. Nissin Cup Noodles.
Think that ad is scratched. No way.
Yes! Yippee! I'm just warming up.
Cup Noodles Berry Veggie. Try new vegetarian soy sauce flavor with a full serving of veggies and no added MSG. Nissin Cup Noodles.
Uh-oh. What happened? It said error. It says it's not relieving enough video information. Is my phone not working? Oh no, my phone's on. I guess nobody's calling in. It's too late for everybody. Call-in show with Dad. Ain't nobody else on YouTube right now. Oprah ain't on YouTube. Taco Bell, cup of noodles, major bubble guts. That's funny. Don't matter to me. If I let this commercial play all night, I get paid too.
Added MSG.
Know what I'm
Nissin
saying?
Cup Noodles.
Oh, we got a call in from Denver. You're live with Dad with the phone.
Oh, you've got to make it stop. That broccoli is wrecking everything.
Uh-oh, now I got to turn the commercial off, she said. See? So I turned the commercial off just for you.
You are the best, Dad.
Who is this? Who am I talking to?
Okay, so my name is Susan. I've called you before,
Okay.
but this commercial is driving me crazy.
Yeah, but it got you to call in, didn't it?
It did, yeah.
Oh,
I
did
don't
I not
really
turn
have
it off?
anything to say.
But it got me to stop. See? So that's all that matters. And now I don't have to put it back on. But I'm going to get another commercial here in a second. So how did you start? When did you start calling in? You've called in before? You're from Denver?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, I called in. Well, I don't know. I think it was your first or second call-in.
Oh,
Thanks.
nice.
Yeah. Oh, whoops. I should turn down my volume.
You got a little echo in there, don't you?
Okay. Is that better?
Yeah, it's
Shell is
fine.
thanking me. That's funny.
Who was thanking you?
These chatters are thanking
Oh, yeah,
me for
they're all
calling
thanking
in.
you. They're like, thanks for calling in. You saved us. But they wouldn't quit watching. They would just keep watching.
Well, I'm so glad to see that you're back up and broadcasting. I was really kind of worried about you. I thought, oh no, he's taken a couple of days off. I hope no one is threatening him for that very compelling testimonial that we received.
Oh, that was a crazy phone call, wasn't it?
It was a little, yeah, straight. It was, yeah, really, really scary stuff going on.
Do you believe the guy?
Well, I don't know what to believe. I mean, I just don't want anyone to be set free who doesn't deserve to be. So,
Well, what do you think about
his story?
About KK walking around then?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they still have to work with, but I'm hoping that if she did lie, they could go ahead and just, prosecute her further. I don't know what that would look like, but I'm hoping that there are bigger consequences than what have been revealed.
Gotcha.
Is that possible?
I don't think so. I think her deal is done unless, I mean, they didn't really read any stipulations that about her. As long as she showed up for court and she testified, it wasn't like there was stipulations to her deal outside of that. As long as she testified and she showed up for court. So, I mean, if she lies in court, I guess they could charge her with contempt, but I don't know. Well, Susan, I don't want to keep you on the phone all night since all you wanted to do is get the commercial off.
Yeah, and it's still going, damn it.
Is it really?
Oh, no, there you are. Okay.
You're not watching the commercial, are you? I hope not. Shouldn't,
No, I see you, Dad.
yeah, you shouldn't have. So,
So I'm sorry. I like calling you Dad because my dad passed away about a year ago, and I don't have anyone to call Dad anymore. So it's kind of fun for me to say, oh, yeah, Dad with the phone. Dad.
some people think it's derogatory.
Oh, really?
Some people think I mean it derogatory, and I've never meant it that way. So it's weird now because you just called me that, and then and now it's starting to be weird, and it shouldn't be weird. So
Oh, I'm sorry.
no, you can call me Dad. It's okay. It's been a long day, and I've already put all my kids to sleep, so now it's just funny.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to keep you on the phone all night either.
Oh,
But
well, we're gonna find someone else to call, or another commercial's going on. So, and now you've got me all thinking about this case. Is there any other questions you got about any of the cases, or any cases in particular?
I don't know.
When
I'm not really.
when did you start following? Because you follow crime, right? Or you follow these murders?
Not really. I mean, I'm sort of new. My addiction with YouTube is really new. I lost my job in December, which I was kind of happy about. So I have some time to kill, and I found your site. And actually, I think maybe at my old company you called in, or there was something about you that seemed to. I was part of selling a new product that was for video to Facebook.
Okay.
And we were trying to get a lot of new leads together. So I thought maybe you'd talk to one of my colleagues. I'm not sure. Anyway, your channel just really, I thought it was pretty cool. So so that's how I got interested in all these crime things. It's just kind of following a few YouTube people, trying to figure out, what people were talking about, why they were talking about it so much. And then it didn't occur to me that there was so much information out there that really isn't revealed any other way than YouTube. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially around these crimes where personal people come up, or people that know the victims, or are close to however, they're close to the crime, and so they have information that doesn't necessarily get to the public except through like YouTube and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, and the timelines and just all the crazy. Why are people killing each other? I mean, has it really come to that?
So how long you got? You wanna talk the rest of the night about this question? So it is a good question when people ask, like, why are people well, we've been killing each other since the beginning of time, but now obviously we literally could talk about every murder that happens because of the internet if we wanted to, and so yeah, it is pretty wild. Part of that fascination is actually part of my fascination with the whole thing, is like why people are so fascinated with these crimes and murders and stuff. So
Well, it's such a taboo topic, Death is something that happens to all of us, but to cause someone else's is really, that's a different kind of thing altogether.
yeah. So what do you think about? So give me your 30 seconds. Do you think Patrick's guilty of murder or no?
I think he didn't act alone, but he was the mastermind. He was part of the motive. I can't say that he, committed the actual act, but he was there, and I don't.
Would
I
you
know the guy personally,
Would you
but-
testify to that in court? I mean, you said he was there. How do you know this?
well, I thought we had footage of him there, or
I'm just messing with you. I'm just
No, no.
messing. No, I'm just messing. But people have already tried and convicted him, and nobody has seen any footage of
No, I
him
know.
on location. As a matter of fact, there probably isn't any footage of him on location. They have a snapshot. But they have a
okay.
snap, yeah, and I understand why people are confused. It's not a totally unjustified confusion. We don't know for sure that they have video or not, or if they have photos from on location. But people on the internet have definitely convinced themselves, me included. I'm not taking myself out of that equation. But it's going to be interesting to see for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine. Similar to the caller who had the experience with these 4 people.
Yeah, that's
Maybe it's
crazy.
the same 4, or
So what do you
maybe.
think about that? Yeah, because he actually says he had a crazy experience with all 4 of them: Kelsey, Patrick, Sean, and Crystal.
Well, so I think it's a little odd that he's sure it's Kelsey, because didn't Patrick have this other girlfriend who's now in jail, who they broke up, and wouldn't that have been the time frame that he would have seen the 4 people in his yard?
It would have definitely been within that time frame. Kelsey could have been in the equation too, but the other girl is very much probably a more plausible a more plausible scenario is with the other girl, just because she's a known criminal, or a known to be hanging out with this, and then she got into some stuff afterwards. But I don't know, because I don't want to be. I'm not in any way, shape, or form want to look down on Kelsey, because she's the victim in this whole thing. But
Yeah.
you have to wonder, I mean, Kelsey and Patrick were together. They had kids, or they had a kid, and then Crystal and Patrick were seen together, and then you got the brother. I mean, is there any way that this thing was a weird, dark foursome, and then Kelsey wanted out. Kelsey had the baby and wanted out. You know, I don't know. That's a way jump in conspiracy than just, hey, these 2 people wanted to kill Kelsey.
Well, yeah.
But then when other people come into the equation and they say weird shit like, I was sexually assaulted by Patrick's brother and another girl, all of a sudden you start thinking weird conspiracy craziness. So.
Yeah, and too, Kelsey, I get a sense through her friends that you interviewed that she was maybe sheltered from anything truly evil, and being a young woman, breaking out of her family upbringing and coming to Colorado and trying to make a living as a pilot, very big aspirations. Maybe she got kind of involved with the wrong people, and she didn't know how to get out of it, or didn't know even what it meant, or how bad it was.
Exactly.
Just being
Yeah.
naive.
No,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, she could have thrusted herself into something that she had no clue about, and then when she found out, it was too late.
Yeah, and she was in it, and not going to be the winner.
Well, and then maybe she was going to walk away, or maybe she said, I'm not raising my kid around this, and I'm out, and that was it, and so. Well, thank you
or
for.
You wouldn't even necessarily have to say that to the people involved, and
Yeah.
if you just didn't do something that they wanted you to, or didn't have the right attitude.
Yeah, absolutely, could get crazy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, I appreciate your show and everything you do, and you take huge risks, which I just think is so awesome. Thank you.
I don't take that too many risks. I'm sitting on my recliner right now. It's not much of a risk. I mean, my window is cracked. I mean, a bear could show up tonight.
Really?
So, yeah. I mean, the bears are waking up now. So I guess it's kind of risky for me to sit in my house by my fire.
Well, let's see. Do you have any cayenne pepper you could sprinkle around the window or something to chase them off?
I'm teasing. All right. This one just went to some cayenne pepper talk. Hey, thanks for calling in.
Yeah, thanks for not playing that awful commercial anymore.
All right, I got another call coming in from
All right,
Greenville, Ohio. Here we go. Hold and accept. You're live with Dad with a phone.
Dad with a phone and a drone.
Dad with a phone and a drone. Who am I talking to?
It's the dish with Lish.
The Dish with Lish is on my show. Awesome.
How are you?
I'm all happy right now. I'm good. What's the dish right now?
The dish is I'm laying here and I don't want it to go back to commercial. And so I have a question about that call.
Okay.
So now that the call happened, does it make you think that the other stuff that's messed up that's happened in Woodland Park, does that have anything to now tie back to the Frazies? Now that you know that what about the boy in the chimney? What about the other murders and stuff that have happened around there?
Well, I think the boy in the chimney, I'd like to first say that is Joshua Maddox is who we're talking about here. Joshua Maddox went missing, and listen, I might be wrong on my dates here, so y'all bear with me. Joshua Maddox went missing around 2007. His body was found in 2015. His body was found in a chimney when they demolished an old cabin. Now, the thing with the Joshua Maddox case, he was last seen with a guy named Andrew Newman. Andrew Newman pretty much left Woodland Park pretty immediately after Joshua Maddox went missing. And then he basically went on like a crime spree across America. So I think Andrew Newman had something to do with the Joshua Maddox case, and law enforcement let him slip through their fingers and never really investigated him further.
Gotcha.
Now, with the Mindy Lee case, and Mindy Lee's case is real strange. So basically, the short version of Mindy Lee's case, official story, is that she jumped out of her vehicle and disappeared into the snowy night to then be found 2 or 3 days later, maybe 2 days later, I think it was 2 or 3 days later, leaning up against a shed behind the high school in a fenced off football field. She was barefoot, but there were no scratches or marks on her feet. But this is the official story, is that she died via hypothermia. I have it on pretty good authority that there's an eyewitness that saw as described, police officers in black uniforms, which in this area would be Teller County Sheriff officers, drug Mindy Lee out of her car, and 3 days later she was found dead. That's from someone who has spoken and is very, very close to an eyewitness of what has happened to Mindy Lee. I believe Mindy Lee's case is tied to another murder that happened that was the result of the Frazee brothers. And so, do I believe the Frazee brothers have killed in the past? Yes. Can I prove that? Probably not. Is there proof out there? Maybe. So maybe. I don't think this is the first time Patrick's killed anyone. And I don't think this is the first time KK's been around for a couple of killings, you know? And so, do I think we have a serial killing couple? Well, I mean, they definitely were a couple that were going to kill together. And have they done it before? Maybe. Maybe there's a brother involved. Maybe there's a sister involved. I don't know. There's some craziness involved. How about Patrick's dad? Nobody knows where Patrick's dad is. To this very day, I've had actual investigators run trying to find Patrick's dad, and he's nowhere to be found. So where's Patrick's dad? How does a man just vanish?
Right.
So
weird.
Anyway.
Didn't we hear that he drowned?
Well, that was the rumor. That was like a rumor. That was a rumor, but I don't know that that was ever actually. I don't think anyone has ever proven that he's actually dead. We don't have an obituary. We don't have a death certificate. And so, J is for Justice says she found him, but I doubt it. He's at Taco Bell. Oh, that's what she. Oh, Jay, you're hilarious. He's at Taco Bell.
On a serious note, though, like, I just want to, like, give you kudos for what you do because, like, running a broadcast is one thing, but then run a broadcast, be on a case that's in your town, and running and spending the time on it, bucking up to, you know, authorities and stuff, and not just taking bullshit. Like, I could go on and on and on the ways I respect you, and I just wanted you to know that.
Well, there you go. I mean, I'll let you go on and on. I mean, I'm just teasing. No, that's funny. That's funny.
I'm serious.
Well, thank you so much, Lish. Thanks for calling in. And if you guys haven't already, you go over and sign up and do all the subscription stuff over at the Dish, Lish with the Dish. Lish with the Dish. You'll find her. Type that shit in. Google that shit.
A lot of people in here already follow me, but yeah, it's all good. It's late and I'm tired, but I want somebody to call in.
Okay, somebody. I think I've missed 2 calls. Hey, but I got to get paid somehow, so you know.
That's
true. If we don't get a break, we'll get a commercial. But somebody will call in. Thanks for calling in.
All right, bud. Have a good night.
You too. Oh, the phone lines are open. The phone lines are open. If you want to call in, we'll talk about anything. We don't have to talk about crazy crime. We can talk about whatever. Taco Bell. Hashtag Wrenchgate. I'm already subscribed. Well, I know we got probably 50 cops in here. We probably got 20 trolls in here. And but the trolls would never call. I can't get a prank caller. I wish I could get a prank caller. The only people who prank call me are the people who love me. And then they end up laughing and cracking up, and it's not even really a prank call. Oh, let me get my next commercial ready if y'all ain't going to talk. Ain't nobody going to call in. I might play my noodle commercial pays the most, though. Yeah, I don't want to see that again. I'm telling y'all. If y'all don't have the phone number, it's right there on the top right hand of the corner. 719-377-0343. That's my cell phone number, ladies. So it's right there. You can call it. We'll see your phone ring. I'd prank call, but I'd totally crack. I know, Amy. That's why you can't prank call. 2008 missing. There you go. Not 2007. I lied. There you go. Caught Dad. 2007 showed. Yeah, 2000. Oh, we got a phone call coming in from Andover, Massachusetts. You're live with Dad with a phone.
Hello.
Who am I
How you
talking
doing?
with?
This is Lynn.
Hey, Lynn, just
G.
1 second, Lynn. Don't hang up. Don't hang up. Hello, you're live with Dad with a phone.
Hello?
Is this one of my friends?
It is.
What would you like to say today?
How you doing, Michael?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good.
Are you
I've been admiring you.
are you trying to disguise your voice?
No.
You sure sound like you're disguising your voice. You disguised your number.
I just have a really faint voice.
You just have a really faint voice.
Yeah, I'm just really soft-spoken, but I just wanted to let you know that I've been admiring you from afar for some time now.
From afar.
Yeah. Yeah.
How far?
Via the YouTube.
Oh, via the YouTubes. Gotcha. What do you have a question for me?
Yeah. I wanted to know if you really have a shrimp.
The problem is you watch my videos, right? So you can't
Do
be
you really have a
you can't be a troll.
shrimp? Do you have a shrimp or do you have an eggplant, Michael?
Do I have a shrimp or an eggplant? I like shrimp. I really like shrimp. I'm not much into eggplant.
Yeah, I like it with some cocktail sauce.
You like it with cocktail sauce? Is this the best you got?
No, I actually really had a question about Kelsey.
Oh wait, now we got your real voice. Busted. See, this is a real caller trying to be a prank caller. Hey, you're gonna have to wait. Wait. Let me merge both these. Hello, are you still there, other caller? Are y'all both there? Hello? Hello? Who's here?
Why'd you hang up on me?
I didn't hang up. Are both of you guys here?
Who's both of you guys?
I'm trying to merge calls here. Are you still there? Hello? Oh, crap. I lost my callers. Oops. Oops. I lost my callers. Dang it. Gosh, I tried to merge them. I'm such a freaking sorry phone guy. All right, they'll call back. She can't. She cannot help herself. Oh, man. I messed that up. I had a good call on. I was trying to bring another caller in because she called from an unknown number. So I was like, prank caller alert. Now maybe I should call this other caller back. I'm so upset. We'll just wait. God, I messed that one up. Sorry, guys. That's terrible. Sorry, YouTube. Sorry. I'm sorry I messed that up. Call back. I think I just called my wife. Oh, here we go. I'm so sorry I messed that up. Are you there?
You messed it up. You hung up on me.
I wasn't. I was trying to merge you in with. See, now I'm not even going to answer that because it's an unknown call. I wanted to talk to you because you called me from a number. So, what do you got going on tonight?
I saw that you were on tonight, and it said to call in with Dad. Oh, what happened? What's the matter?
I'm still here.
Oh, all right. Well, I had those questions from before that I had messaged you about why they had to exchange the baby later that day. And I was wondering if she was there early in the morning with the baby.
Oh, you mean was the baby with Kelsey?
Yeah, if she had got home at 4:30 in the morning, was the baby being babysat or was she over Patrick's?
Okay, yeah, that's a good question. So, the question that's being asked is because Kelsey was out till 4:30 in the morning, on the night before, like the night 4:30 a.m. Thanksgiving morning. So yeah, so they had been out the day before working cows, according to Kelsey. Actually, according to Kelsey and the story she tells her brother, she says, I was out with Patrick till 4:30. But what we find out was they were actually not out till 4:30. It was Kelsey that was out. She had was at Patrick's. She left Patrick's, went to her house shortly, and then went to Walmart and got some medicine for Patrick. She took the medicine then out to Patrick's house and then got back to the house at like 4:30. So your question is,
open 24 hours?
yeah, Walmart is open 24 hours here in Woodland Park. So you can go to Walmart 24 hours a day. And the question is, did she have the baby? Well, according to video from Walmart at like 1, I want to say it was like 1:30 or 2 a.m. that Kelsey is not seen with the baby, but she is seen at the Walmart. And then according to phone,
Not with the baby?
not with the baby. So I assume the baby was with Patrick. What I believe happened was they got back from running cows. They go out to Old Ma's ranch. Patrick says, I need you to go get me some medicine. She stops by her house, then goes to Walmart, gets the medicine, runs it back out to Florissant, and then picks up the baby and comes home and brings the baby home middle of the night. Now, anybody with children know that, the baby was still in a car seat, a carrying car seat. So it's not like, babies sleep and they're going to sleep in the car or they're going to sleep, in the crib or in the car seat. So, it's that
Makes sense.
that doesn't make sense, except that that's the story Kelsey tells. Like, it's not the story that Patrick tells Kelsey's brother. That's the story Kelsey tells her brother Thanksgiving morning, is that I was out with Patrick doing cows till 4 or whatever, 4 a.m., 4:30 or whatever. But
Oh, the brother, actually.
yeah, she told the brother and she spoke with the mom. And so, like, that's the story. Like, I like all the theories that people have about, maybe it was done before Thanksgiving. But we got to remember, she was seen on Thanksgiving at Safeway. She was also seen, her vehicle was seen just minutes after Safeway turning right by the Williams Furniture. So we have been told there's video. We know there's video from Safeway. We know there's no less than 14 video cameras at Safeway. So they have a lot of video. I don't think they just have the video they've shown us, And so I think something happened on Thanksgiving or it happened on the 23rd. I'm not convinced that it all went down on Thanksgiving. I think Crystal was here. And the reason they're using Thanksgiving is because they're trying to keep Crystal at a distance, because as soon as Crystal puts herself here, it's a whole nother story, And so...
Yeah, and I was wondering, too, on the teeth they found, that's evidence. Can't they do a DNA sample from those?
I have a feeling that the teeth are irrelevant.
Why would that be? Because they found it in Patrick's house.
Yeah, but Patrick, do we really think Patrick had 21 days to get rid of evidence, but then just, leaves teeth laying around the house to be found by... I think the teeth were, Omaha's or something. You know, I don't think the teeth are Kelsey's. I'll just be honest. I don't think they're Kelsey's. I think if they had that kind of physical DNA evidence, they wouldn't be searching. If they had physical evidence that there is a body, if there's teeth, you know, chipped teeth, busted teeth. Again, these teeth and the teeth are. I do believe they say that all the teeth had their roots, which means they were pulled, not knocked out. You know.
One of them had a root.
No,
maybe. Well, the girlfriend said that there was a tooth in the heater with the root attached.
Yeah, and that tooth she disposed of. But that's not one of the teeth. That's not one of the teeth that they found at the house, I don't believe. I mean, again, I'm only saying this from an aspect of what we've listened to. They don't they said they found some teeth, but they haven't identified those teeth as anybody's. And if they had identified those teeth as Kelsey's, then that is enough. That would be enough with the other evidence to say, well, it would be enough to put him in jail, but they put him in jail with a lot less. And so they put him in jail with a lot less. It's an interesting. We'll see how those teeth play in. I mean, I think we're gonna get a trial out of this one. I don't think he's gonna take a plea deal. I don't think Crystal's telling the truth. So there's gonna be a lot of back and forth. I think Jay needs to come out for this one. What do you think?
Well, I was thinking, too, that gun that she had is a missing bullet, and they never referenced that to where it was.
Well, the missing bullet was in the friend's gun. So the friend who she borrowed a car from had a gun in the car. And she brought the car down, and according to the friend, when the car came back, the gun had been tampered with, and it was possibly missing a bullet. Kelsey's gun, they say is recovered, I guess. It was recovered from a guy up in Idaho. Again, all of which is interesting to me because even though these guns are involved and are in evidence, they aren't mentioned in use in the crime. But who knows?
Yeah, it seems like they're hiding information for the court proceedings.
Well, they're definitely hiding information from us and from the public, but the defense has all the information. So if they have information that is saying, "Hey, it could have been a killing with a gun," that information has definitely been turned over to the defense. But they're not gonna. We have already started to try this thing in the court of social media. So let's finish up with that. So do you think Patrick's guilty?
The more I think about it, I'm not really sure. I don't know if it was the girlfriend or him or the both of them, but I don't think she would go down from Idaho to clean up a mess. I think that maybe he could have been caught up with the holiday of being Thanksgiving, and maybe he had two girlfriends, and he didn't know what to do at the time, and got rid of one.
You think it was that simple?
Well, it's been he wanted her to get rid of her in September, though, right? September, October. But it didn't happen.
So she was afraid. So maybe she didn't kill her. If she tried those other 2 attempts and never went through with it, the third time she probably still couldn't do it. So Patrick had to do it himself. Yeah, I'm leaning more towards Patrick.
All right.
Unless she shot her, I'm sorry. Unless she, shot her with that gun. That's how I think that she died.
I mean, if he should, I believe that if that's how she died, then I don't think I don't think he'll plead guilty. I think he'll fight the charges based on the fact that Crystal's lying, and if Crystal's lying, then and that comes out, it's just gonna bring doubt in the face of a jury. So it's craziness,
Right.
craziness. So.
But do you call like when the bullet's shot, do you call it a bullet tooth? Do you think that it was actually the bullet casing that was in the heating unit, not actually a tooth?
Oh, I've never heard of a bullet referred to as a tooth.
Oh, all right.
But maybe.
I looked online and I saw that, and I'm like, oh, maybe she was saying it was a tooth rather than the bullet casing.
Oh, I gotcha. No, I don't know. I haven't ever heard that term, but. Well, thank you for calling in tonight.
Yeah, they want someone to call in to get me off the phone.
No. They're just having a conversation in chat. It looks like V.A. Morris is someone that's lived here in Woodland Park area for 20 years, so they're chit-chatting back and forth with this V.A. Morris. So, no, no worries. You got anything else you want to ask Dad with the phone?
Oh, that's it.
That's it?
I think you're doing great.
Oh, well, thank you.
And it was good to talk to you.
Good to talk to you, too. Thanks for calling.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All kinds of theories. Phone lines are open. Who's gonna dial in? Oh, see. Of course. It's one of my biggest troublemakers. I should make her wait at least one more ring. What are you still doing up?
Oh, I just got done feeding a baby. I'm like on night duty.
Oh, I gotcha.
So listen, B.A. Morris said that they offered to meet you for coffee, and you haven't taken them up on it. And they are saying some pretty crazy shit.
Everybody wants to meet me for coffee.
Really?
No, I mean I have a couple. I have a couple of things set up already. I don't know if this is the same person or not. But I mean, listen, I have a. Let me put it this way. I have a meeting set up tomorrow with one of Patrick's friends from locally.
Okay.
So
they're claiming some stuff in the chat about Ma and that Slager. Is that his name?
Yeah, Bob.
Yeah, Bob S. They're saying that Ma was a singer back in the day.
A singer?
And a swinger, like swinging.
Come on, Jay. Are you buying into this?
Listen. And they said that he might be Patrick's dad, like his real dad.
Oh, Bob might be Patrick's real dad.
Yeah. And then he was bringing up some bar and Guffey.
Yeah, there's a couple of. I saw him bring up the bar. That's the bar that people. There's a couple of bars that people are wondering about. I'm just trying to read chat and think about what you're saying too, trying to catch up with these people.
I told VA to call in, but
yeah, they need to message me, and I do. Like I said, I have a meeting set up with someone tomorrow that will do an on air, or they're gonna do a video interview with me. I think it's one of Patrick's ex-girlfriends. Because she says she has pictures of Patrick that she wants to give me. She doesn't want them anymore.
I wouldn't want them anymore either.
Well, and yeah, so yeah, because at first I was just like, well, send me pictures of them. She was like, I want to give you the physical ones. And I was like,
I don't know. This person seems to know a whole lot.
No, I'd be interested to talk to him. If VA Morris wants to call in, my phone number's right there. Somebody just...
Frederick agree asking me if I'm drunk.
Wow, protect yourself, Jay. Are you drunk? I don't know.
What freak is that?
Come on, you know. It's just the trolls. It's just the trolls. It's just the trolls.
I know. Well, I was trying to just take up time because somebody said you were playing some awful videos or something, commercials or something.
They were all watching though, weren't they?
They weren't happy about it. That's all I heard about when I came into chat.
Well, doesn't mean Dad has to...
Amy's like, he's making us watch Cup of Noodles or something.
Cup of Noodles pays me some money to put their damn commercial there. So, so they had to watch
so
it.
You're literally sitting there and pressing play ad until people call in?
No.
Oh.
Don't you worry about what you worried about my commercials for? What you worried about my commercials for? We ain't on commercial now.
B.A. Morris, call in.
Yep, I might have. I got a call. I had a call coming in from Oregon. I just put him on hold. Oh, we got another call coming in from.
Okay. Bye.
Oh, we got a call not coming in from. This is not. Oh, is this Miss Murder Australia?
Hi.
Who's this? Is this Miss Murder?
No, it's your other favorite Australian.
Is this old? Yeah, of course. Well, it could have been Old Ma for all I know. So, Miss Murder, what do you got?
Nothing. Did you get my Triple C application?
Well, my triple, I don't know, because I'm not taking applications. I'll get it eventually. It's going if you send it in to Colorado Crime Con, then I'll get it eventually.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll get it eventually.
Better.
I will. I'll get it. And if you send in an application, Miss Murder, we've seen you on video. I told you should just start saving the date, start getting your tickets, and we'll make it happen. But we got your video. If we got your video, then you're good to go.
Yeah.
So.
That's all.
Oh well then, all right. Well, Miss Murder, if you're here right now and you haven't subscribed to Miss Murder, you need to go hit up Miss Murder's channel. If you're on your phone, put me in the small corner. Go to Miss Murder Australia and hit subscribe and like. And if you don't want to give it out, and I'm not gonna tell that joke again. But anyway, go subscribe to Miss Murder Australia. And what else you got? Is Miss Murder gone?
Hang on.
Oh, nope, she's
No.
here.
I had to mute the microphone because I run out of rolly papers and I have to use one of those stupid machines.
All right. Hey, if I call in, I can't read comments. They're trying to get one lady to call in real quick. Let me see if I can get this VA Morris to call in. Thanks, Miss Murder. We'll talk later. I missed a call. Call back. If you call me VA, unknown callers, prank callers, I can't be having all my other partners call in, all these other content creators call in. Jay's calling in, Ms. Murder's calling in. I need VA Morris to call in. We're going to roll for, we might do midnight 30. We'll see how this phone chat goes. Who else we got? Uh-oh. You can call in and read chat, or you can just read the chat later. Yeah, no big deal. Dude, call in. Call in. VA, call in. They say VA. I think VA. VA. What's your number? Just give me your number. I'll call you. Put you on a three-way. Oh, buddy. We woke up the world with some posts. Oh, Portland, Oregon's in the house. Portland, Oregon, you're live with Dad with a phone.
Yes, I wanted to mention to you that no one has sought out Kelsey's pastor, and being a retired pastor's wife, I would just suggest that somebody seek him out and see what kind of conversations that she had with him, because I know being an ex-pastor's wife. Yeah.
Were you involved in the Seventh-day Adventist Church?
I was not, but I was not involved in the Seventh-day Adventist Church, but I just know that it operates different than like a Lutheran church or a Catholic church, that the people are involved, and they usually go talk to their pastor and confide a lot in their pastor. So I would try getting a hold of him, because I know that many men, like Patrick, for example, would be very jealous of her love for the Lord and her dedication to the Lord, to the point where it really could stir up a real hate, because I've seen it in my lifetime. So I just wanted to let you know that somebody should try and figure out which Adventist church she went to, and see if you can get a hold of the pastor and see if she can fight it with the pastor, okay?
Yeah, thank you for calling in. I think that's a great idea. I'll have to see if we can get anyone to get that information to us.
And I follow you, and I thank you very much for what you're doing.
Well,
and I also pray for you and your safety for your family. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you. I love the good ones. They got me calling in crying. Is she crying? I don't know. No, I think the echo was throwing her off. She left YouTube on her phone going when she called or whatever, so the echo was kind of throwing it off. I got lots of prayer warriors out there praying for me. Uh-oh. Everybody's calling VA out now. This is why I don't like. This is why you don't have to listen. Everybody says, "Oh, I'm doing this. I'm doing this." Everybody's waking up right now. People following my page that haven't been following. Oh, see what's happening on the underground right now. Messages coming in. That's why you don't worry, Jay. You don't have to force it. These people will either, if they have real information. Uh-oh, we got an El Paso, Texas calling in. Maybe we got who's in El Paso? I like having the phone ring now. It's good. A little extra ring. You're live with Dad with a phone.
Hello, Michael.
Who's this?
This is Cheryl T.
Oh, Cheryl T. How are you doing?
I'm doing great tonight, thanks, sir.
So
I wanted to ask you a real quick question.
Okay.
I know that you think that if KK messes up on the stand whatsoever, that you think that Patrick will end up walking.
Can I ask why exactly you believe that?
Well, it's not that if she messes up on the stand. I believe that if she is caught lying on the stand, they're going to be able to discredit her story. And if they discredit her story, she's the key witness in this thing. And all they have to do is bring reasonable doubt. See, that's what, like I'm telling you, a jury trial it's so much different than, I mean, just think about trying to get 12 people in chat to agree on something, right? Even trying to get 12. I sat around a table with 9 people who are pretty consumed with this case. They're so much consumed with this case that they come to the arraignment, then they spend all day with me driving around looking at little places, right? And the 9 of us sitting around a table can't agree on how things went down. So when it comes to these court cases, a jury trial can be real tricky. And if they are able to show some reasonable doubt through lies, we know she lied from the beginning. We know, and people have to understand, she never, ever, ever mentions Patrick killing anyone until after she has a deal signed. Like we know that when Slater, CBI investigator Slater, read his version of KK's story, his pieced together version, he said this story don't make sense. It's not logical. It's not linear. And so it's going to be a real, if they don't have physical evidence that points at Patrick, if they don't have a physical DNA, if they don't have a body, if they don't have, remains, her story alone is going to be hard to convict Patrick alone. If there's evidence, physical evidence that points at Patrick, he did lie. He lied too, though. We know he lied as well. So that's the only reason I think that if she's not telling the truth, there's a good chance he'll get off. That's just kind of where I believe. So what do you think?
Well, I kind of have mixed feelings on it. I've been on a federal jury, so we had a lot of reasonable doubt thrown at us. And when we came out, we ended up convicting the young man. But there was a lot of reasonable doubt, but we just thought that they had enough. And what I'm hoping is that, I know we don't think a lot of the police work there in Woodland Park, but hopefully they got enough physical evidence that it will be enough to convince a jury. Because of the fact that I think that KK's story was important to pointing the finger. But once she did that, you got to believe that they went in and they found the evidence. And they found some evidence, or they wouldn't be where they are now. And, of course, we're not going to know what that is until the trial, because, it's just not the way it's done. So I think that we're going to have to wait and see what kind of physical evidence they have. The other thing I have a question about is everybody seems to want to say that KK did this. And I certainly think that she's capable of it. But unless I'm confused, and I certainly could be, did she not have an alibi for Thanksgiving Day?
Well, the only reason we believe that the murder took place on Thanksgiving Day is because of KK's story. So her story could very much give her, her story, again, it didn't come until she had plenty of time to talk through it with her lawyers. It didn't come until she had plenty of time to look and sign a deal. And so her story is very calculated. in a timeline, and the phone pings, she makes sure that her phone, I mean, her story is so detailed that she says she fakes phone pings, and so.
Yeah, I think she gives herself too much credit.
Well, I mean, but again, if she told them, I ping this phone here and here, and then they go and corroborate that through a phone ping there, or if she tells this story, she tells a story in great detail, which I feel like the only reason you could tell a story in great detail is if you were there, or you're lying, you're making something up, and so.
But the story that she told that was such great detail was after she had gotten there. So that makes sense. Because if she follows her story, she didn't get there till after it was done anyway. So she was there when that happened.
Well, no, she tells the story that she saw, or that Patrick gave her the details.
That's true.
No, she tells that she says, I know the details because Patrick told me these. But the details she talks about are so detailed that it's hard to believe. I just find it hard. I find it hard for her to believe that she's telling the truth. And if she's not telling the truth, then Patrick's gonna fight this thing. If she's telling the truth, then I would think that he's going to look for a way out. He's going to look for the leniency. He's going to look for the deal so that, it goes that way. The defense attorney, some people haven't really picked up on this. So the Colorado law says that they don't even look on whether or not they're going to seek the death penalty until after a suspect has put in a plea, or until after the arraignment. And they've postponed the arraignment basically off again, and so they don't have to say if they're going to go after the death penalty. If they could use that as leverage to go to Patrick and say, if you'll plea, we won't seek the death penalty. So there's gonna be a lot of questions around what's being talked about now with the evidence. They're fighting over the consumption testing still. So Patrick is still squirming because they don't have all the evidence in yet. But as soon as that evidence is put in, he's going to know where he stands. I think he knows where he stands now, right? If KK's telling the truth, if she's telling the truth, he knows he's screwed. Yeah. But if she's lying, then he's going to know he has a chance.
Well, I think she's lying. I think that there may be some truth and a lot of lies is where I think on it. Is that I think that she has told some lies, some truths.
Well, and that's the thing. If they start poking holes in her story, all it takes is for one juror or two jurors or three jurors or four jurors to latch on to those holes and go, yeah, but she lied about this. Yeah, but she lied. And so they'll latch on to those things, And if they latch on to them, it don't matter what she says or what they say she says is true. If they've latched on that she's lied, it could work in his favor.
And it could. But the thing is, hopefully, the police have done a good enough job gathering evidence, and you have good enough prosecutors.
I think we have a good enough prosecutor. I think if the evidence is collected, it's not going to be collected by the evidence that was collected that's going to be useful is not the evidence that was collected by Woodland Park PD. Right. It may have been the CBI and FBI, but I have talked with I've talked with multiple people now. I've talked with multiple people that have said the Woodland Park PD very much messed up. And they messed up, and they messed up big time, and not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. They messed up big time, and so, and this is why again I think they're out searching day in and day out in that thing, because they're trying to save face on some big screw ups. And if they get lucky, you know, man, a freaking sun shines on a dog's ass every once in a while. If they get lucky, and they and it's going to be luck and the hand of God and everything else for them to find something in that dump. If they get it, you know, they will very much be the hero, because they could very much seal the deal for something. But I think the truth is they're really just trying to save face, and so.
Yeah, I don't think they'll ever find any. I don't think she'll ever be found. Sadly enough, I don't.
Well, I like choose to believe that she's resting in peace in the river.
Yes, sir.
I just,
Amen.
if I'm gonna think about where, yeah, I'm gonna think that maybe Patrick gave her one last thought and said, I'm gonna put you at rest in the river. You know, whether he was doing it to hide her, or try to hide it, then that's fine. I choose to believe she's in the river. So. Well, I got people blowing my phone up trying to call in. So, thank you. Thank you for all your support.
You have a wonderful evening. Take care.
You too. Oh. Oh. I'm getting there, kids. We're over 12. We're into the next day. It's a good call-in show. I'm fading fast though. Children. Uh-oh. When is he done? Oh, don't call me when I'm done. That's not how this works. Don't call me when it's done. Don't start yawning. Oh no. Kids, I love this chat. I love where this chat's going. Oh, call me. Call me, Angela. Angela, I'm right here. Call in. I'll end it with this call. If Angela will give me a call, we'll end it. We'll see what... I think I've been reading this info that's been sent this way, but we'll get an update here. See if we can get an update. I'll wait. I'm going to address this case this week anyway. I got a couple of calls. You know what? Let's listen to something real quick before we get a phone call in. Don't call in yet. We got a phone message. Let me listen to this phone message I got today. Or, let me see here. We woke somebody up the other day about this case. Let me go here. Here we go. I haven't even listened to this yet.
Hey, Michael, this is Jim Carlin, the investigator on the Mary Lamb's case up in Battle Creek, Michigan. I apologize for not getting back to you sooner. It's just been a hectic couple of days with a lot of new tips and some of the old ones that we've heard. But if you have an opportunity, I know you're a couple hours behind.
Uh-oh, here we go. You're live with Dad with the phone. Hello, is this Angela?
Sorry. I forgot to turn my phone off.
Oh, yeah, you got to kill YouTube.
All right, is that better?
Yep, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So, lots going on in your world, a lot of new stuff, or just
Well,
yeah, I had a couple psychics from the UK get a hold of me and give me a location, and then just getting trouble on the page, really. Just getting people to, I want just getting a response from people. But besides that, yeah. So as far as where to search at, I talked to a lady that does searches, and she's getting that together. So I mean, I can't really do much because I'm way over here. But as soon as I get the money, I'm gonna rent a car and go down there.
Yeah, and I don't know if you heard just because you were calling right at the same time. Actually, I actually have a couple of messages from Jim, and I have a message from the law enforcement investigator. So I haven't spoken with those guys yet, because just timing and stuff like that. But I had some time set aside this next week that I'm going to call and try to stir some stuff up. Like I said, I did get a message back from Jim, and he wants to sit down and talk, which is good because we'll get at least some information from him from a different perspective, And then I do have, again, a message from the law enforcement investigator, too. I don't know how much.
And that's he's like the only one left that was actually on the police force back then.
Yeah, that's what you were saying, or that's what we kind of figured out. And then, did you sent me some info, or one of your friends maybe sent me some more info?
Maybe. Well, I know that I had just found out yesterday that him and Tim Bryant used to be partners.
Okay.
And that's the bad cop or good cop, whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, the cop that had the call with Christopher.
Yeah, because like one thing that the psychic said from the UK, something along the lines like there's a cop that's going to be retiring soon, or just retired, and he's the one that had to do with like basically like they use a different word, but just basically making sure like nothing was done in the case.
Yeah, kind of just slowed it down and brought it to a halt or whatever.
That has to be him because he's the only one left that was there then.
Well, I'm gonna keep looking at it and keep making phone calls to see if we can stir some stuff up. I've also had some information sent to me about the Christopher's cousin, and had some background information pulled on him. I did send him a message on Facebook. He didn't ever respond, but he did read it, which tells me at least he knows we're looking.
And I kind of been today I put out there I didn't exactly, because there was a girl too that was there also, but I basically didn't say names, but I called him out check it out, you better, there's 2 other people there that night, so it'd be smart to come forward or, it's going to be all bad, not so yeah, I've been putting stuff out there just to get a reaction because.
Well, you want to be careful on it, but you also, the more we talk about it, the more we can kind of stir up in that realm.
They're all scared. They've been like that for so many years. I'm not scared though. So you know what I mean? Maybe because it's a small town and maybe sheltered or something. I don't know.
Well, it's different when it's right in people's towns. It's the same thing here with me. Because it's local, it's a small town. I'm stirring stuff up with people on the internet that are sitting behind their keyboards, but there's still real people involved here locally, local families involved, and so it is scary for people sometimes to talk when they're from the local area, but.
Well, those kids are scared of the law. They've always been scared of the cops, though. That's always been the thing. That's why no one's ever come forward, I guess.
Well, that's a real fear in a lot of places for sure. Well, Angie, thanks for reaching out, and I'm not even close to look, not even close to finishing and looking into this thing. Mary deserves it. The family deserves it, but everyone deserves justice in a sense of when it when things like this happen. So.
I know, I just want to go search that area because if she's there, then that's like, I think that she's not rested, and that makes me feel even worse. I don't know if you believe in psychics, but I do.
No, I understand. I understand. So, hey, let me take this next caller real quick.
Okay, sorry.
All right, we'll talk to you later. Hello, you're live with Dad with a phone. Oh, missed him. Oh well. I'm fading kids quick like it's 12:10. Hey. Well, they hung up on me. I love to talk to anybody, but it's midnight. We'll see you guys in the real world in the next day.